everybody, it's Jen. Welcome back to Bookish Blonde. So today's video, I am going to talk about all my anticipated May releases. Like I say, every month I do this. I know there's so many books being released. These are just ones that I have added to my Goodreads that I am excited about for one reason or another. I will pop up covers for you guys and give you a little bit of a synopsis and maybe why I'm excited to pick these up soon. Okay, the first one on May 6th is The Missing Half by Ashley Flowers. Ashley Flowers is the author of All Good People Here, which I really want to read. I don't own that. I think a lot of people loved it when they read it. So automatically when I saw that she had a new release, I checked it out. And this one sounds really good. We have two different women whose sisters have gone missing and their disappearances remain unsolved. So we have Nicole. Her sister Casey went missing like 7 years prior to when the story takes place, and her car was found hundreds of miles from home. Her purse was in the car, the door was open, just completely abandoned, and no sign of her sister. The only clue around her sister's disappearance was 2 weeks prior to that, another girl went missing in the same exact fashion, with the car door open, purse left, all of the things. That girl that went missing, her sister Jules, contacts Nicole, and together they work to try to solve the mystery of their sister's disappearance. So sounds really good. Next one on the 6th is Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry. Devney Perry is a very popular romance author. I think she has like kind of a big backlist, if I'm correct. But what sold me on this book? First, it caught my attention by the cover. Then I read that it's The Witcher meets Cinderella. I love that. That sounds amazing. So we have an ancient treaty. This is a romantasy book. We have a princess, I believe, that ends up needing to travel with an infamous monster slayer. That's all I know, but I'm kind of anxious to pick it up. The Witcher meets Cinderella is what hooked me on that. Next one on the 6th, which y'all probably know about, but that's My Friends by Fredrik Backman. We all know Fredrik Backman is an excellent author, or at least I think so. I love his writing. I'm sure this one's going to be funny, deeply moving, and we are following 4 different teenagers, I believe, who are, best friends, and we have Jor. I don't know if I'm saying that wrong. It's Joar. Jor, who never backs down from a fight. Ted, who's quiet and bookish, mourning his father, who recently passed away. We have Allie, who is a daughter of a man who is constantly moving. And then a boy who is called the artist. So there's power friendship themes in here. There's some kind of work of art that also changes another stranger, another 18-year-old's life forever 25 years later. So I know that sounds a little confusing. It's a little confusing to me. I know there's a surprise cross-country journey in this book as well, and I love road trips. So I'm definitely going to pick it up because it's Fredrik Backman, and I don't think he can do wrong, to be honest. Okay, I think 2 more on the 6th. Parents' Weekend by Alex Finley. Love Alex Finley, what I've read by him. I actually have this one on my Kindle. I was gifted it through NetGalley. Have not read it yet, so I feel kind of horrible. But we're following a private school in North Carolina. We have 5 different families that meet up for a family weekend to kind of check out the college and visit their kids. But these 5 kids don't show up. And then you have, campus police, then the FBI gets involved. We have nosy reporters, it says. I guess in this book, Sarah Keller is an FBI special agent who was in Every Last Sphere and The Night Shift by Alex Finley, so that's kind of cool. I have not read those 2, so I need to do a little research and see if I can read them out of order. One of the reasons why I didn't pick it up on my Kindle right away was because I wasn't sure about that. Last one I think on the 6th is by Florence Knapp. It's called The Names. It's a debut. It already has 408 ratings and has a 4.35 star rating on Goodreads. This book is going to span over 35 years. It says has rich layered prose, imaginative, gut-wrenching. We have themes of messy family ties, autonomy and healing, domestic abuse, a story of one family told through a prism of what ifs. So Cora is a mom who goes to name her son, and I think the story takes place by what last name she gives her son, and then there's alternate timelines of like alternate realities of what his life would look like with a different last name, what that would look like. Sounds good. Beautiful cover. I'm excited to check it out. Okay, May 13th. The first one I want to talk about is Can't Get Enough by Kennedy Ryan. So this is book 3 in her Skyland series. Book 1 was Before I Let Go, which I loved, gave 4 stars. Book 2 is This Could Be Us. I own that one, but I haven't picked it up yet. But what I liked about her writing was that it was good writing. It was solid writing. There were steamy times. It was more of a mature relationship, so it seemed very authentic and realistic. It definitely pulled on the heartstrings, dealt with some hard topics. So it wasn't like a fluffy filler romance. It really dealt with some true like harder topics. So I really enjoyed it. I also really like the names of her characters. So in the first book, we're following Yasmin and Josiah. The second book, we're following Soledad and Judah. And then this book, This Could Be Us, this one I'm talking about now on May 13th, the characters are Hendrix and Maverick. Like, such cool names. But This Could Be Us, we're following Hendrix Berry. She's the female lead. She has a great life, great family, awesome friends, thriving business. She does have the challenge of caring for an elderly parent. Doesn't have time for love. And then we have tech mogul Maverick Bell, who is a very handsome man who, for whatever reason, is very off limits. So that's that. It says it's a deeply moving story about self-reliance, sacrifice, and I've heard that this one is both sensual and life-affirming. Whatever that means, I guess I have to read the book to find out. So that's on May 13th. Next one is a book by Hannah Orenstein. I haven't read her either, and this is called Main Characters. The cover is what caught me first. Such a gorgeous cover. Sounds like she has 4 other romance titles. Head Over Heels and Meant to Be Mine are the 2 that I've heard about, but I have not checked her out yet. This one is tagged as The Parent Trap for Adults, so that's kind of what hooked me after the cover. I was like, oh, that sounds good. It's set on a lake. We have Vivian and Lucy, who are 2 half-sisters. They meet up every summer. No, they meet up in the summer to their father's lake house. Vivian lives in New York and Lucy lives in Maine. Vivian was kept in the dark by her father as far as having Lucy as a half-sister. This one is for fans of Carly Fortune and Ellen Hildebrand. Their dad unexpectedly dies, and so after 30 years of these sisters being apart, they end up coming together at the lake house and trying to figure out, is it too late for them to become family? So it sounds like another book that is going to be very heartfelt, maybe a little bit challenging to read because it might have a lot of emotions in there. But it sounds good. Sounds good. All right. No One Was Supposed to Die at This Wedding by Catherine Mack. This is the Vacation Mystery Series number 2. The first one is Every Time I Go on Vacation, Someone Dies. This woman really likes her long titles. But in this one, the wedding takes place on Catalina Island. I've been to Catalina Island, so I'm excited about that. Loved it. It's beautiful. This one's just a witty and fun mystery murder. There is a storm, of course there is, that isolates them on the island. There's a note that was given to Eleanor, who is the main character. She was also the main character of the first one. She is a writer. And this wedding is her best friend, Emma. Emma is going to be playing in the movie adaptation of Eleanor's first book. It's called When in Rome. And she is getting married to a man named Fred Winters, who's a major movie star and who is playing the male lead in the movie. So they go to this wedding, and Eleanor is handed a note that says someone is going to die at this wedding. That's all I know. But I have heard that the first one was just so funny and entertaining and just such a good, I think it would be like a good palate cleanser or a quick like beach read, a book that you can just kind of not have to work too hard to think about, but just like kind of eat it all up. So there's that one. The next one is A Curse Carved in Bone by Danielle L. Jensen. This is the second book in the Saga of the Unfated series. The first one is Fate Inked in Blood, which I own, have not checked it out yet. This is a Norse-inspired romantasy. I'm sorry, the lighting's not great. But yeah, this one's a Norse-inspired romantasy. We're following Freya, who is a shield maiden blessed by the gods. She dreams of becoming a warrior. She battles to unite a nation under a power-hungry king. She's bound by an unwanted marriage. There is magic and forbidden love. This is all in the first one. So I'm not even sure what the second one's about, but I didn't look on purpose because I don't want to spoil anything for you guys or for myself. But if you have read that series and read the first one, number 2 is coming out. Okay, the next one is Between the Devil and the Deep Blue Sea by Jessica Guerin. I don't know if I'm saying that right. We are following Leah O'Connor, who is swept off her feet by Lucas O'Connor, and then has an unexpected pregnancy, which changes everything. You pick up, the story takes place, I think, over a decade. You have 3 children later, and Leah starts to unravel. She's resenting the world right now. She's resenting the pressures and demands of motherhood, and she's kind of had to give up her career. She also doesn't get along with her mother-in-law, which I can't imagine. I love my mother-in-law. She is the best. We get along great. But through all that, she kind of starts drinking and she becomes an alcoholic. So I've heard this one is very hard-hitting, but I'm very intrigued. I have heard that it does a really great job exploring alcoholism and what it does to the person and the family, and it just sounds like it's going to be good. So I'm excited to pick that up. Okay, last one on the 13th is Dying to Meet You by Serena Bowen. This is going to be a really twisty thriller. We are following Rowan, who is a single mom. She's a talented architect. She is restoring a haunted mansion owned by a powerful family in Maine. And at the same time, she's stalking her ex through an app on her phone. So as she's stalking him, she's tracking him down, and she ends up being a witness to his murder and is now the primary suspect. So as she's struggling to clean her name, Rowan finds herself spiraling into the shadowy plot that killed him. So it sounds good. There's another book I have by her that I want to read as well. Okay, next release date is May 20th. We have The Love Haters by Catherine Center. I know, I still haven't read a Catherine Center. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't really know where to start. But this one sounds really good, and it's such a cute cover. We have Katie, who has been burned by love in the past, and she has to make this choice to either get laid off from her job as a video producer or, at her co-worker's request, his name is Cole, profile Tom Hutchinson, a Coast Guard rescue swimmer in Key West. And Hutch is Cole's brother. So the catch is that Katie is not qualified. She cannot swim. She also gets caught up in a lot of lies, and it says through swim lessons, helicopter flights, conga lines, drinking contests, hurricanes, and stolen kisses. So, I mean, to me, there is no choice. I definitely wouldn't want to lose my job, but it sounds like it's going to be very fun and cute and romantic, and sounds like a summer read to me. Okay, next one is a new one by Sarah Pinborough. I'm so excited for this one. This is We Live Here Now. Sounds super spooky. We're following Emily and her husband, and they move into a country house from London after an accident that nearly kills Emily. So when they move into this house, Emily starts feeling like there's something wrong with the house. She's hearing strange noises, you know the gist, all of that. The husband thinks she's crazy. Husband is not experiencing anything, hearing anything, seeing anything. And all these bizarre events start to add up, and you watch their marriage start to crumble. Emily becomes obsessed with discovering the truth about this this new country house they live in. And it says, the house has secrets, but so do Emily and her husband. So sounds intriguing. I'm excited to see what Sarah Pinborough is going to do with this. Okay, let's see. Next one. A new Rachel Gillig. I'm so excited. The Knight and the Moth. So this is a first in a new series called The Stonewater Kingdom. I read One Dark Window and loved it. It's part of a duology. I gave that one, I think, 4 or 5 stars. This one is going to be another Gothic romantasy, which she does really well. Let's see. So we are following Sybil, who is a diviner. She receives images from unearthly figures known as omens. She is forced beyond safety of the kingdom, and she is kind of set out on this impossible quest to defeat the gods. So these diviners, her and her fellow diviners, start disappearing. She ends up needing help from a man named Roderick, who is a knight. He doesn't believe in any of her her prophecies. So that's all I want to know. I'm excited for another romantasy. Like I said, she does Gothic really well too, so that's very exciting as well. Okay, there you have it. How many was that, you guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, 14. So there are 14 titles that are coming out in May that are on my radar and I'm excited for. What did I miss? What are you guys looking forward to most in the month of May? As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Happy reading. Bye.